If you are currently on the countdown expecting your little one to arrive soon, or you know someone who is, then this is the video for you, because I am sharing a care package for mums postpartum and just some little things that you can put into a box that will help them in their postpartum journey. So if this sounds interesting to you, stay tuned, give it a big thumbs up because it really does support my channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that bell so you get notified when we upload every Monday and Thursday. And let's get into today's goodies. If this is our first time meeting, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. My name is Beck and I am currently expecting the arrival of our fourth and final baby. And recently I have discovered this idea of creating a bit of a postpartum care box that you put together or you may be gifted with, and it's just little treats and bits and bobs that you can do to help look after your mental health, especially in those early weeks when newborn life is pretty rough. As a mum who struggles with senses, especially like physical touch, I find establishing my breastfeeding journey really difficult. I know that it is beneficial for Bub, and I know that after a couple of weeks, I'm generally pretty good at coping with it, but in those first couple of weeks when you are sleep deprived and you're trying to figure everything out, it can be really hard, it can be quite lonesome, and sometimes you can feel like you lose yourself. That's the reason why I was so excited when I found this idea about putting together a bit of a pamper box to make sure that you're looking after your own mental health, and I think that's really important, and I'm so excited to be sharing what I've put into mine. This is really budget friendly. Altogether, I probably spent maybe $20 to $30. Most of the items range between $1 to $2 and my most expensive item being $5. This means it makes the perfect gift idea if you're wanting to spoil that mum-to-be, but it also means that it's budget friendly if you are, say, a mum like me already who has 3 kids earthside and you're just wanting to make sure that you make this fourth and final time really special as well. You're not gonna break the bank. When I was thinking about what can I do to look after myself, I kind of came up with 3 categories. The first of which is pamper. So I wanted to do little 5 to 15 minute activities which look after my physical self. The second category is what are some treats that would release those endorphins and make me feel happy on the inside. And then third category is what can I do that is a creative outlet. I love to do little projects. I love to be expressing myself through creativity, and Came Out had some really cool packs for beginners in regards to creating something special. I find having that creative outlet where you're trying to work towards an end product really rewarding and satisfying, because when you're trying to establish breastfeeding and you are feeding every 3 hours and it can be 20 minutes on each side, sometimes they can just feel really just blended together where night becomes day, day becomes night, and you can kind of get yourself into a bit of a black hole. That's the reason why I've also put in some items that are working towards that end goal so that I can feel productive yet creative. The first category of looking after my physical aspects and pampering on those, I looked for different features that I could kind of pamper. So the first one is lips. I really wanted to buy a lip scrub with a bit of a moisturizer. I don't know how I'm gonna go post-hospital, especially being in there for 5 days and wearing a mask, that my lips might get chapped, and I feel like doing a bit of a lip pamper. It's something that's not gonna take me very long to do, yet it's gonna rejuvenate me and kind of make me feel a bit more pampered. In the same area of face, I also got a face mask, and I got lavender because that really does calm me down. So if I'm feeling stressed or overwhelmed or maybe a bit empty, having 10 minutes with a face mask on that smells like lavender is definitely going to be a treat for me. Still working with my facial features, when I saw this next product, I thought it was absolutely perfect, and it is a gel eye mask. I know that I will probably get to the point where I will want to grab this out of the freezer, go lie down on the bed, maybe listen to some music and just chill out and have some back time. So finding this was just, it made me so happy. The last item for my facial features is I picked up a hair mask. I find personally having a shower a really refreshing and grounding activity to do. I really appreciate having a warm shower, especially when I have a newborn, and I was able to pick this up, and it's kind of like a 2-pack, and I'm really looking forward to trying something new, especially with me trying to make sure that I'm looking after myself and I'm not getting into that black hole. I think those sorts of activities, they don't take very long, yet they're loving on me so that I can love on my children and my husband, and especially my newborn. Then finally, my other pamper ideas is to do my feet. Even though you have to have the foot mask things on for about 20 minutes, when you are sitting down to feed a newborn and you're doing 20 minutes on each side, it's a really feasible pampering activity to do. I really wanted to get a foot peel, but those ones are really expensive, like minimum $10. You're even looking at maybe $15, and because I was trying to keep within a budget, I haven't done that one. But I think doing like a foot peel would be really nice as well, because then you'd have like baby soft feet, and then you could do this one, which then moisturizes and hydrates. I think that would be really cool. And then finally, I bought just a little nail kit so that I can do my fingernails. One of my traditions is to get my toes done in my final week of pregnancy, because then when my belly's gone and I can actually see my feet, I can appreciate my toenails, which I know sounds so weird and quirky, but it's just something that I love to do for myself. So I figured getting a nail kit and doing my fingers would be really lovely as well. Then in the category of treats that can boost my endorphins and give that release is obviously chocolate. Even though I am lactose intolerant, depending on how my body is coping, sometimes I even have to be dairy free. I find having a chocolate to snack on really does boost my mood. So I have bought 3 different types of chocolate. The first is a violet crumble. But here's a question of the day. Are you a violet crumble person, or are you a crunchy person? I personally like violet crumbles. I just like the honeycomb within and just that thinner chocolate on top. But let me know in the comment section below. Then I've picked up a Kit Kat, especially because their slogan is have a break, have a Kit Kat. I thought that was quite fitting to have in a postpartum care box. And then the last treat is something that is a guilty pleasure of mine, and that is a Kinder Surprise. All of these chocolates are not like thick chocolates, they're generally chocolate covered something, and I find having just that thinner amount of chocolate, my stomach can handle it, and it is something that is a treat and will make me feel happy, especially like if I'm sitting there and I'm nursing. Sometimes, you know, you need that little bit of a pick-me-up, and so that's the reason why I've included chocolate into my care package. If I had a sweet tooth towards lollies, then you could put some like little mini packets of lollies in there, or if you wanted to do like a healthier alternative, you could do like chocolate covered chickpeas or even dairy-free alternative chocolates and put them in as well. And then finally, my creative outlets. I've included 2 different activities that I've never done before, and I'm actually really excited to give it a go. I'm hoping it's not going to cause me to get like stressed or frustrated because I can't do it. It does say it's for like teenagers, so hopefully even being sleep deprived, I have enough brain energy to be able to complete this. But I have picked up an embroidery kit and a punch needle kit. That's everything I've put into my postpartum pamper box, and I am very hopeful that this is going to work. Being my final pregnancy, I want to enjoy all stages of like being pregnant and also in the postpartum recovery stage, and I just feel like for me personally, especially having 3 other kids and having a newborn, life is going to get really tricky, and I don't want to get into a place where I'm struggling with my mental health like I have previously, and I'm hoping that this is going to be a great way to just make sure that I'm looking after myself. Thank you so much if you have enjoyed this video and it's given you some ideas either for your pamper box or for a friend's. Please give this video a thumbs up, it really does support my channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that bell so you get notified when we upload every Monday and Thursday, because this parenting gig doesn't come with a rule book, we only have each other. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!